Hey guys, welcome back to another video over here on the Chinese Zodiac and horoscopes. Today we're going to be doing a reading for the rabbit people and all those born in the year of the rabbit. So if you're born in the year of the rabbit, then this one is for you. If you know anybody born in the year of the rabbit, then send them my way. They may need this message. Let's see what we've got for you rabbit people this week. Just going to give these a little shuffle up, and then we're going to take three, and then we're going to see. Let's see what we've got. Let's stop there. Let's go one from the bottom, one from the middle, one from the top. What have we got? A white, black, black. Okay, so not a great start, but white isn't always all right and black isn't always an attack. We must remember this. Let's jump straight in here and straight away we got that snake. Karmic card. Not a great start, but it is in the positive. So I suppose we've got that. If it was black, that's a lot heavier, a lot more to consider. It's a karmic card. It's the negative karmic card, but it's in the positive. So it's not all bad there. If you want to know more about these karmic cards, hit that subscribe button because we will be doing videos about that in the future. However, right now, with the relationship that comes with that snake and the rabbit, I mean, I think right now you need to be looking at the bigger picture. The bigger picture is something that you are very much neglecting. You're looking at a very small portion of this picture. Maybe just a couple of jigsaw pieces out of the entire jigsaw. I think this has got something to do with maybe relationships, romance, love, partnerships, marriage, something like this. That snake kind of represents that in one way or another. And I think that this is a kind of deep relationship that you're in, or at least you're feeling in a deep relationship. But are you out of your depth? I think maybe this whole relationship, when I say deep, I mean more long term. It's something that you've put a lot of effort into. It's something that has just been there for a while, where you've got into the comfortability of having it around. It's something that is there, that you've put a lot of time into. You've invested a lot of effort. However, I don't see this as a long-term thing. I don't see this as a thing that is going to continue for the foreseeable future. I don't see this as a long-term in the future. There's no strong bond here. There's more of a repel than there is of an attraction. There's also no kind of common goals here or common. Like, there's incompatibilities. You're not incompatible, but there are incompatibilities, and there's more incompatibilities than similarities, and that's going to be a problem. You're basically merely tolerating each other at this point just to get the job done, and that's it. And whatever the job that is whether it's keeping the front of a relationship on, or the facade of a good job being done at work or something. You're just putting on a brave face. You're putting on a brave face and you're holding on to something and you don't want to let it go. And maybe it is just a matter of pride and ego. Maybe it's vanity. I mean, the snake is one of the most vainest signs out there. So maybe this is something to do with your own vanity. Maybe it's something to do with you here. Maybe, just maybe, you're the problem. It's you. Let's see. There's that black rat coming in because you've got too much work. There's too much to do. You can't really fix this. I don't think there's just not enough of a working relationship anymore. It's no longer efficient. It's no longer helpful. It's no longer practical. It no longer serves yours or their needs. Yeah. You're finding it very difficult to get along with the person at the moment. You're finding it very hard to talk to them, communicate with them, open up to them. And they just don't care either way. So you're basically just butting heads with each other. You can't fix this now. I think at this point now, it's too many broken pieces and not enough glue. That's the problem. And you're so sure of yourself here as well that you really don't want to acknowledge anything that you've done or anything that you've actually done to upset this other person. You would rather call the whole thing off than actually consider you could be you could be held accountable for this, that, and the other, and just apologize and move on from this. Oh, no, 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 no. It's not as easy as that. You're not going to admit that, which is a shame, really, because that could have actually helped things a while ago. But now it's just now become a game of calculations and a superficial situation where you just outmaneuver the other person or this other thing. And yeah, there's no real benefit for either of you. You just go along with it out of maybe comfortability or just not wanting to lose, basically, which again is vanity. You don't want to lose. You're trying your best, but your best just isn't there. Do you know what I mean? It's like you're trying your best at painting a wall, but realistically you're a carpet fitter. So you can try your best to paint that wall and be a decorator all you like, but it's never going to be quite as good as an actual decorator because you're best suited at fitting carpets. So maybe it's time you just gave up on this endeavor and actually found somewhere where you were more comfortable, more compatible, more suited. You know, somewhere where you don't have to try so hard and there'd be less animosity, less restriction. There'd be more freedom for you. There would be more joy, I imagine. You know, there's definitely things for you to consider here. You've got that thinking card and then you've got a doer card right there next to it. Think, do, or not do. Or not do. Black rat. Maybe don't do. Maybe it is a patient game. Maybe wait it out. Maybe that could fix things in the long term. I doubt it. That rooster's coming in. Boom. Conflict. Bang. That's your opposite. If you want to know more about the conflict cards as well, hit that subscribe button because we will be doing that. Roosters and rabbits. Not a good combination at all. They are the conflicts. They are naturally incompatible. So now I'm even more convinced that you are in a place where you just don't belong. You shouldn't be in this place. You are in an incompatible place with an incompatible person, and it's making you all uncomfortable and miserable. But hey, as long as you don't have to change anything, as long as you don't have to move, then that's okay. As long as you get to stay where you are and do absolutely nothing, then there isn't a problem there. Until there is, of course, because you're in a position that is not for you. And because of that, everybody around you has a difficulty kind of seeing eye to eye with you. Because they know it, they feel it, they see it, but they know that if they were to mention this to you, you're not going to accept that. I think this conflict is stemming mainly from the lack of communication, where you have been so closed off for so long. Even if you wanted to talk about things now, it's going to fail. People don't want to hear it. People don't want to hear the excuses for something you didn't do a year ago this late on. It's too little too late. And I think really the more you're shouting about it, the more you're screaming about it. I mean, you're not upholding the etiquette of a rabbit person right now. You're not exercising decorum. You are being loud, you're being boastful, you're being brazen, you're being bold, you're being abrasive. You're rubbing people up the wrong way. And it's not necessarily your fault. It's just that you are in the wrong place with the wrong people. If you were in your own circle, if you were in a place where people were more compatible with you, if you were in a position where those around you were on your wavelength, you wouldn't feel like there's work to be done. You wouldn't feel like you're overloaded with stuff and over encumbered. You wouldn't feel any of that. You'd be feeling more free. You'd be going with the flow. You would be, like I say, you'd be exercising a more rabbit-esque, and you wouldn't be so out of character. That rooster is your conflict there, and I think this is gonna erupt this week. We're gonna have a bit of a to-do this week, and I think you're gonna have to hold onto your hat. And you're not going to like this, because rabbits don't like it when somebody comes in, grabs them by the ears, drags them out their hole, and throws them into something that they're completely uncomfortable in. They just don't like the challenge. They don't like change. They don't like to be put on the spot. I mean, yeah, you're in a really interesting place, because anything that would upset you, rub you up the wrong way, anything that would frustrate you, agitate you, annoy you, that's exactly where you are right now. It's like you're in a house that's been painted in the colours of frustration for a rabbit. It's been carpeted with the with the resentfulness and the jealousy or the upset of, you know, not having what you wanted or seeing other people and being envious and whatnot. You're in a place right now that you shouldn't be. And we've said this before, haven't we, rabbit people? You're not a tree. Move. Pursue some goals. Chase some dreams. Get out there. Change is inevitable. And if you don't change when you are nudged, you're going to be forced to change when the universe actually pushes you. Take a nudge or receive a shove. Which one's it going to be? And you can make that decision, or the universe will make it for you. And that's just the way that it works. You got that karmic card there coming into play, which isn't something to argue with or fight with, because you can't change that. That's karmic law. That's universal. There's nothing we can do about that now. You can keep fighting it. I'm intrigued to see if you do. We'll find out next week to see how far these rabbit people are willing to go to mess up their own situations and not save themselves. I joke, I kid. However, just consider that potentially one small change, 2 or 3 small changes could change massive things in the future for the good. You know, sometimes you need to downgrade to upgrade. Sometimes you need to cut back in order to move forward. Just like a bow and arrow. Pull back to fly forward. Until next time, guys, I will leave you there. We will be back tomorrow with a reading for the dragon and the snake. If I don't see you then, we'll see you next week when we come back for the rabbit people. Love and peace.